Welcome back to Grammar Grade 9. This is Unit 10, Lesson 67, and we're looking at one of the most visible signals in all of writing, the capital letter that starts a sentence. It seems simple, but it hides a few genuinely tricky corners, quotations, parentheses, and the difference between someone's exact words and just the meaning of them. By the end, you'll know exactly when that first letter goes up and when it stays down. Let's dig in. Let's start with the rule that sits underneath all the others. Capitalize the first word of every sentence. It doesn't matter how short or long the sentence is. The very first word always begins with a capital letter. Look here. Autumn arrives quietly in the valley. That capital A tells your reader that a new sentence has begun. Now watch a common slip. Someone writes, "The storm finally passed," with a small t. In a reader's eyes, that doesn't quite look like a sentence yet. It needs a capital. Fix it and we get, "The storm finally passed." So remember, a new sentence always starts with a capital. Next, let's bring in quotation marks. When you quote someone's exact words, you capitalize a direct quotation that is a full sentence. Here's Maya. Maya grinned and said, quote, "You made the team." The words inside the quotation marks form a complete sentence on their own. So the first word, you, gets a capital. That's the key test. The words in quotes are a complete sentence. It works the same in a question. He asked, quote, "Are we early?" So whenever a full sentence quote appears, it takes a capital, just like any other sentence. Parentheses have their own rule, and it comes in two parts. First, when the words inside parentheses stand alone as their own complete sentence, capitalize the first word. Attendance is rising. Then, in its own parentheses, some say it climbs slowly. That is a full sentence sitting by itself, so some gets a capital. But here's the second part. When the parentheses sit inside another sentence, you do not capitalize. Enzo chose the drum. And in the middle, we slip in a note. His pick was a cello. Because the word his stays lowercase, tucked inside the bigger sentence. So ask yourself, is the parentheses its own sentence or tucked inside one? Now for the flip side of quotations. Sometimes you quote just a piece of what someone said, a fragment that can't stand on its own. In that case, no capital. The judges called them, quote, "brave young leaders." Notice, they're just a fragment, so brave gets no capital letter. Those words couldn't be a sentence by themselves. Compare that to a full quote. The judges said, quote, "They are brave." There, the quote is a whole sentence, so "they" is capitalized. The rule holds. A piece of a sentence stays lowercase. Here's another quotation to watch for, the indirect quotation. An indirect quotation gives the meaning of what someone said, not their exact words, and it's often signaled by the word that. The guide said that the trails were icy. Because this is an indirect quote with no quotation marks, the word "the" after that gets no capital. Now compare the direct version. The guide said, quote, "The trails are icy." There, the exact words appear in quotation marks, and "the" is capitalized. So the signal is simple. No quotation marks means no capital. Before we practice, one small word that's easy to forget. Always capitalize the pronoun I. Whenever you mean yourself with that single letter, it's a capital I, no matter where it lands in the sentence. My brother and I built a canoe. And even in the middle of a sentence, later I knew I was right. Both of those I's are capitals. It's one letter and it's always a capital, I. Let's boil today down to a quick check. 1. Is this a new sentence? Then capitalize the first word. 2. Is it a full sentence quote? Then capitalize it, just like any sentence. 3. Parentheses. If they stand alone as their own sentence, capitalize. If they're tucked inside, keep it lowercase. And don't forget, fragments and indirect quotes stay low, but the pronoun I is always a capital. Run through those and capitalization gets easy. Let's try a few together. Now let's practice. In this first set, I'll give you a sentence, and you choose whether the marked word should start with a capital or a small letter. Pause the video and decide before I reveal the answer. Nadia whispered, quote, "Blank lights are beautiful. Look at what's inside the quotation marks. The lights are beautiful." That's a complete sentence on its own, so its first word takes a capital. The answer is the, with a capital T. The critic praised the film as, quote, "blank, triumph of patience." Ask yourself, could brave young leaders, or here, a triumph of patience, stand alone as a sentence? No, it's just a fragment folded into the sentence, so it stays lowercase. The answer is a small a. My cousin and blank paddled upstream. This one's about that single letter pronoun. Whenever you mean yourself with that one letter, it's always a capital, no matter where it sits. The answer is capital I. Nice work. This second set focuses on the trickier cases, words in parentheses and indirect quotations. Same idea. Decide whether the marked word gets a capital. Pause and try each before I answer. The garden thrived. Open parentheses, blank. Owner watered it daily. Notice that the words in parentheses form their very own complete sentence, sitting on their own after a period. So the first word gets a capital. The answer is the, with a capital T. Elena chose the violin. Open parentheses, blank. Teacher suggested it, close parentheses, for the concert. This time, the parentheses are tucked right inside the bigger sentence. They don't stand alone, so we do not capitalize. The answer is her, a small h. The report said that blank bridge was safe. See the word that, and notice there are no quotation marks at all. This is an indirect quotation, the meaning rather than the exact words. So there's no capital. The answer is the, a small t. Let's gather up what we learned. Capitalize the first word of every sentence, and capitalize a direct quotation when the quoted words form a complete sentence. When parentheses stand alone as their own sentence, capitalize the first word, but when they're tucked inside another sentence, keep it lowercase. A quotation fragment and an indirect quotation both stay lowercase because neither one is a full sentence of its own. And through it all, the pronoun I is always a capital. Get these signals right, and your reader always knows exactly where each sentence begins. Great work today. I'll see you in the next lesson.